what this EO allows for? Is it the sort of hope that it will lead to the DOJ suing states like New York and California? And if that's the case, the president and the administration's confidence that you'd win them?
Well, that is one of the tools that is in the EO, is that the DOJ has been tasked to form a litigation task force that would have the ability to push back on excessively burdensome state laws that may be unconstitutional, violate the First Amendment, things like that. By the way, the DOJ already had that power, so this is not a novel power. But what's being done here in this EO is we're marshaling all of the resources of the federal government behind the strategy of the president to create a national framework. Now, in terms of what laws we go after, that's a decision that has been made. We haven't decided whether California and New York should be targets in that way. The one that I think is probably the most excessive is this Colorado law that seeks to prohibit algorithmic discrimination.
Right.
What that basically says is that if an AI model has a disparate impact on a protected group, then that model is violating the law. Model developers, by the way, have no idea how to comply with this because they're not aware of all the downstream uses of their model. I mean, if a business decides to use an AI model in a hiring decision, for example, that business is already on the hook for discrimination. So how would the model developer know that it was being used in that way? But what Colorado is trying to do there is get their ideology inserted into the model. That's very concerning to us. We think there's a First Amendment issue there. But look, we haven't made any decisions in terms of how that litigation task force to be used.